you all are in for a treat because apparently this is going to be a two-part rant segment. For some inexplicable reason, my camera cut off. It's not out of battery because I'm recording this video right after, you know, like, I don't know why it cut off. It's not out of battery power. But apparently I was not paying attention to how long that first video was. So in many ways, I guess the second part will just be you know, my conclusion, my closure of the segment. I just didn't want to leave that first video the way it was because it was yeah, it ended at a very heated moment. You know, you need to kind of bring it back. It's the same reason why if you've ever been to a fight night, like if you've ever been to a boxing event or a MMA event, there's always one or two matches after the main event, and the reason for that being is because you don't want to send people out there after the most intensity. Like you want to throw in some lesser matches to kind of, bring people back down again, bring them back down again. But anyway, so this is going to be the second part of this rant. So to readdress where I left off at the end of that last video is this: for new YouTubers, like I said, if you aren't willing to put in the time, the work, and the effort to get your channel to where you want it to be, you won't last on YouTube. You won't. YouTube is not a drag race. It is not a 40-yard dash. It is a relay. It is a long... YouTube, like I said, YouTube isn't a drag race. It's the fucking Indianapolis 500. Okay? It's a long process. Okay? It's a long process. And if you don't have the patience, the diligence to go the long haul, you won't last. You will not. I guarantee that. Fuck. That goes for anything in life. Anything in life, okay? Any shortcuts that you try to take in life, in fact, you are actually shortcutting yourself. Yeah, I had to actually calm myself down because that shit really, like, told you that fire didn't burn out. You saw it on camera. You saw it right here because that shit just brought up a lot of fury. That shit really did piss me off. But I'll tell you what, I'll do something even better. I'm not just going to sit here and rant about my problems with new YouTubers. I'm actually going to give you guys suggestions on how to go about YouTube the right way. Now, I will be repeating myself a little bit, just bear with me. But like I said, my videos, my rant segments and shit like that, it's not all about just tearing down the shit that I have a problem with. It's also about giving suggestions on how to make shit better, and this is how we're going to do this. All right, grab your pens, grab your pen, pencil, paper, jot this shit down. I'm going to tell you how to become, well, I don't know about a successful YouTuber, but definitely you will be a YouTuber. You will feel good about the videos you're making. You will feel proud about the channel that you create. And you will uphold your honor, your dignity, and your integrity. So this is how you go about doing YouTube the right way. Number one, like I always said, and I will say this until I'm in the grave, until I'm 6 feet under in the ground, okay? You have to make original content. So this is what I'm talking about. To all you guys who like making AMVs, I have no problem with AMVs, but do not expect to make it big on YouTube, especially trying to be a partner with copywritten material. That's not your material. Don't do it. Original content, ladies and gentlemen. Also, along with original content is the material in which you do your videos on. Like I said, if in fact someone else on YouTube is already doing what you want to do, you have to find a way to distinguish yourself from them. What is it about your videos? What is it about your channel that makes you different from Joe Schmo? Okay? You have to figure this shit out. Why? because if you're just doing the same thing that Joe Schmo is doing, no one will remember you for it. Okay? Also, it's not a bad idea. Under no circumstance is it a bad idea to network on YouTube. Hell, I networked. That's one of the reasons why OAW is as popular and as successful as it is, because I networked with the right people. It's not a bad thing to network, but what I'm saying is there are a lot of wrong ways to go about it. That sub for sub shit is the wrong way to go about it. The channel boxing shit is a wrong way to go about it. Looking for shout outs, looking for interviews, looking for a bunch of exposure that you quite frankly have not earned yet is all the wrong way to go about it. What's the right way to go about networking? If you are an anime and manga reviewer and you want to be successful on YouTube, by all means, feel free to contact some of the dudes, some of the bigger names on YouTube. So, like I said, Sawyer7 Mage, Insane Game Freak, J-Mans, Uncle Maine, me, Zip, Ziploc Gory. You know, yeah, feel free to contact us, you know. It's not a bad idea to network with people, okay? That's how the real world works. That's how business actually works. You have to network with people because who knows? Later on down the line, let's say a couple of months into YouTube, you might want to do a collab video. You might want to do like a 3 or 4 man discussion video about let's say you want to do a tribute video to Shaman King, okay? And you know some bigger names on YouTube like me, Insane Game Freak, J-Man, you see what I'm saying? Like, you know we're Shaman King fans. You're like, hey, these are guys that are number one, very knowledgeable on Shaman King, but number two, they're more established on YouTube. And what you do is you don't go to those people saying, hey man, can we do a collab video? You don't really go about it like that. You invite them. You say, hey guys, I'm trying to put together a collab video on Shaman King. I know that you guys are well established on YouTube, but most importantly, you're big fans on Shaman King. You're very knowledgeable on the series. I would love if you guys could find the time in your schedule to join me on this collab video. That's how you go about it. That's how you do it. That's networking on YouTube, okay? You don't go to someone expecting something to be due to you. You don't. Because in our eyes, and in most of the eyes of people who are established on YouTube, you haven't paid your dues. You haven't earned it yet. Now, I'm not saying that it's like that for everybody. I'm saying from the perspective of someone who could read that message the wrong way. Do you understand? Do you all follow me? Okay, there are ways to go about it. Also, how do you get the word out about your channel and about your videos? Posting the link to your videos and your channels in the comment section of someone else's videos is not the way to go about it. Going on someone's Facebook page, because that motherfucker who used my username and his tags, he also was posting the link to his channel on my videos and on my Facebook page and my Twitter account. That's not how you go about it. How do you go about it, Larry? Make video responses. The easiest way for somebody to discover your videos and to discover your channel is to make a video response to someone else and talk about what that person is talking about. If I make a video about Rurouni Kenshin, boom, here it is. Shout out to my man Esper Review. Esper Review did a movie review on Ninja Scroll. However, he posted it as a video response to my problems with today's anime and manga rant. Now, Larry, those are two completely different things. How are they connected? I'm gonna tell you how they're connected, because he opened up his review discussing the topic that I was talking about in that rant, which segued into his review of Ninja Scroll, because the whole thing, the point I kept making in my video was how people don't acknowledge and talk about the classic anime and manga anymore. So he made a video talking about classic anime and manga, and then he posted it as a response. That's how you go about doing it. That's how you do it. You don't do all that other bullshit that I mentioned earlier in this video. No. You fail, sir. For fuck's sake, man, you amateur. I've never had YouTubers act like this, man. I tell you. Fuck's sake, you're amateur. Also, if you want to get the word out about your channel, make a Facebook page, make a Twitter account, make a blog TV, make a Skype, just like I did, and get the word out. Okay? If you guys use Facebook, upload your videos on your Facebook page. That's the easiest fucking way to do it. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna leave this rant off like that. Fuck's sake, man, you amateur. Jesus. But yeah, but with that said, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm just gonna leave this rant off. I really don't feel like going ad nauseum anymore about this shit. I feel like I've said my piece. I feel like I've said all I can say without repeating myself too much. So I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it at that. This shit is sad, man. It really is. This shit is fucking sad. And if any of you watching this video feel offended as if I'm talking to you, you know what chances are? It's probably because you're doing the shit I'm talking about in this video. In which case, yeah, you should feel offended by it. If you watch this video and you're like, oh man, I think Larry's making a shot at me, man. I think he's making a shot at me, man. Well, that's probably because you've done the things that I talked about in this video. This video isn't targeted towards anyone in specific. I'm talking about my problems with new YouTubers in general. If you fall within those lines, chances are you're doing the shit that you aren't supposed to be doing. In which case, I don't give a fuck if you're offended, okay? As far as I'm concerned, I don't give a fuck if you're offended. I will go to sleep at night, not think a shit towards your feelings, whether or not you feel offended, because you shouldn't be doing this shit in the first place. Okay? Once again, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a flying fuck if you feel offended, because you ain't supposed to be doing this shit. I didn't do this shit. The motherfuckers on YouTube that you so-called look up to and were inspired by, we didn't do this shit. Okay? Get your shit together, please. Please. In the words of Uncle Man, you got to get your shit together. It's fucking sad, man. Fucking sad. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and leave this video off. Remind you guys, of course, as always, to comment, rate, subscribe. Feel free if you want to. I'm not really asking you all to. I'm not begging. If you want to, feel free, comment, rate, subscribe. I am on Facebook, facebook.com/otakuassemble. I'm on Twitter, twitter.com/otakuassemble. blogtv.com/otakuassemble. And of course, otaku_assemble on Skype. For those of you who wonder why I never seem to be on Skype, I have to keep my status, I have to keep my login invisible. Otherwise, people would be calling me up left and right. If you want to get a hold of me on Skype, the best way to do so, the best way to get a hold of me on Skype is to send me a message on Skype first. And then I'll just return your message with a call. That's the best way to do it. Otherwise, I'd be getting calls left and right, and it would be ridiculous. So, and then, of course, later on this weekend, tomorrow, kicks off Season 2 of Boardwalk Empire. And those will become weekly review. Oh, I love this song. Irresistible Force by James Addiction. It's a good song. But yes, Boardwalk Empire Season 2 kicks off tomorrow night. And that will also kick off my weekly reviews of that. And Monday night, probably after the Monday Night Football game, will be my first NFL recap video. I know I've been promising that video for 2 weeks now, but quite honestly, I've been trying to find a way to successfully do those videos because, like I said, I don't want those videos to be really a sport. I don't want them to be a sports broadcasting slash analysis type video, because quite honestly, you can go to ESPN, you can go to NFL Network. I highly recommend NFL Network. That's what I watch. But yeah, you can go to those networks and you can get that. The idea is that it's not going to be me on camera spitting a whole bunch of stats at you. I don't want to do that. I really want those videos to be more of just my thoughts on the past week of football. That's what I want the videos to be. That's not to say that I won't throw out stats. I mean, you got to kind of throw out stats so that, you know, people can know that you know what the fuck you're talking about. But what I'm saying is the focus of those videos shouldn't be on stats. They should be on my thoughts, my perspective, my interpretation of the past week in football. That's what those videos should be about, and that's what the goal of those videos will be. So, like I said, Monday night, I'm gonna try out the first one, see how well it does, and we'll move on from there. And like I said, to address the Thundercats episode issue, I'm not sure what I'm going to do until Thundercats comes back from hiatus. You guys in the comments below, feel free to request videos, request segments. You know, if you want to see like the movie reviews come back or the music reviews. Favorite hero, favorite villains is staying on Rogue's Gallery, so that won't be popping back up. But just let me know. Also, if you have ideas for possibly new segments, I know this is kind of weird. I mean, how can you guys really request segments for videos that for me to... It's kind of weird, but what I'm saying is if you have an idea for a segment that you think I could possibly pull off, feel free to share it with me. I'm pretty sure most of you guys, especially you YouTubers, will want to save, you know, the good shit for yourself, and by all means, do so. But I'm just saying, I actually will accept requests. I'm not saying that it's completely out of line to request something like that to me. You can if you want to. Feel free to do so, and I will take everything into consideration, and just look it over and whatnot. But with that said, go ahead, wrap this video up. As always, this is Larry Williams, OAW Commander-in-Chief, signing off, and catch you cats later. Peace.